So I was watching some of the boxing over the weekend. David Haye was fighting in his second comeback fight. He was fighting Arnold Jurjai, and it was a nice easy bit of work for him actually. But on the undercard, which is what I wanted to talk about, was Shannon Briggs, who's an ex-world heavyweight champion. He's fought some of the best in the business. He's fought Vitaly Klitschko, he's fought George Foreman, he's fought some of the best guys in the business. But in recent years, his career's taken a bit of a downturn. In 2010, he fought Vitaly Klitschko and he lost, and a lot of bad things seemed to culminate for him. He fell into a bit of a depression. He developed what can only really be described as a bit of an eating disorder. If you look at pictures from him from that time, he ballooned to about 400 pounds in weight. He said it himself, his financial state of affairs was pretty poor, and generally he was just on a bit of a downward spiral. But since then, he's really managed to pick himself up. His boxing career is starting to take off again. And he's done this really on his own. He's done it by self-promoting, which is what I wanted to talk about. Earlier this year, he came across to the UK on what I believe was actually a one-way ticket, I think he said in an interview, pitched up, and has basically been making a lot of noise via the likes of YouTube, all sorts of social media, newspaper articles, basically challenging British heavyweight boxers to come and fight him. Now, bearing in mind this guy's 44 years old, a lot of people are probably thinking, you know, dude, you're 44, you've got nothing to offer, your boxing career's finished. But he's managed to get himself this weekend onto the undercard of David Haye's fight, and he won that fight, so now he's set up a fight with David Haye, which for a boxer, that's a massive cash cow. It's a massive fight, it's going to make a lot of money for him, and it's going to put him back on the boxing map. And I just wanted to use this video to kind of look at some of the ways that he's managed to bring this about for himself. When he first came over to the UK, he actually went to Buckingham Palace, took a little camera crew down there, stood outside the Buckingham Palace gate, and was basically shouting into the assortment of bemused tourists that were stood there, basically challenging all the best British heavyweight boxers, David Haye, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, just calling them out.
I'm right here. I'm here to see the Queen, to let her know that I want the top boys. Bring them out.
People were recording on their phones, there was a bit of a buzz created. He then filmed another video where he went down to David Haye's gym, down in Vauxhall, I think it is, in South London, and was basically trying to challenge him to a fight.
See if we can find David. It's the champ!
Followed David Haye to press conferences, and initially I think David Haye was thinking, what is this guy doing? He's not on my level.
Let's go, champ! David, I got you on camera. Do me a favor, champ. Tell the people back at home why you fighting him, who we never heard of, instead of me. I came to your country for a fight. Let's go, champ! Give me an answer, champ. We need an answer. We need an answer, champ. We need an answer. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
Will you pass a brain scan? That's the question that we need to know.
Anytime, any day. Anytime, I just had 8 fights. In my eyes, everything done, champ. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm 44 years old, and I'm in better shape than when I was 24 years old.
But people have realised that Shannon Briggs is now something to talk about. He's created his own dream situation where he's making this boxing comeback, and that's what I wanted to kind of say in this video, is that to create your dream situation, you're very often going to have to create it for yourself. Your dream job quite often won't be advertised on a job notice board or in a newspaper. You're going to have to create your own dream working environment, whether that's the sort of company you want to build, the sort of company you want to work in, the kind of job lifestyle that you want. It's also going to be in terms of the family that you want to have, your living situation. You have the power to create everything. Never forget that.
If you found this useful or helpful, then like and subscribe to the channel. You can also find us at Twitter, Facebook and Instagram.